Son, let me tell you something. This film was absolutely amazing. What is up, you guys? It's Violet Taylor here, and welcome back to Let's Catch a Vibe. Now, I hope everyone's feeling great, feeling amazing, feeling vibey. As you guys can see, the title of the video, my Flash spoilers, alternate endings, things that I liked. We're going to talk about it. The Flash film came out like, what? Was it Wednesday? It's been out more than about 3 or 4 days now. Anyway, jumping straight in. Son. Wow. This is the only movie that I have seen that has made the explanation for multiverses and time travel the most basic that it can be. Spider-Verse? Nah, not a chance. Loki? Okay, they simplified things, but... Son. When I say Michael Keaton explained the multiverse with pasta and made it so everybody could understand. With pasta, my guy. What? Yo. Listen. I know that a lot of people liked Christian Bale's Batman. I know a lot of people did. I didn't. I thought it was trash. I thought that whole trilogy series was trash. That's another video. That's another story for another time. But man, when I say 80-year-old Michael Keaton Batman is a hoss. He is a hoss. The man rodeoed a Kryptonian and took a Kryptonian out on his own. Oh my God. I don't think people understand, man. 80-year-old Michael Keaton Batman is a hoss. Oh my God. That is why I'm wearing this hoss. Now, I do want to say that I liked Ezra Miller. I like his Flash. I like the fact that he's bubbly. You know, he meets his younger self, doesn't know when to stop talking, stuff like that. Like, if you watch the Justice League animated cartoon, the Flash in there is the Flash in this movie. Now, moving us away from that, again, like I said, the time travel, I liked it. I do want to go over the CGI because a lot of people have been complaining about the CGI, and I think a lot of people need to I need to cut that at the curb. Now, Andy Muschietti came out and said that the reason why the CGI looks a bit wonky is because we're seeing it from Barry's perspective. Now you think, if we're seeing it from a guy that's going at light speed, do you honestly think that shapes and things are going to hold a form? No, they're not. They're not going to hold a form. The man's going at light speed. We're seeing it from his point of view. That's all you need to know. Now, even the stuff in the chrono bubble, I felt was fine. I didn't have any problem from it. Again, the man's going backwards and forwards in time. It's going to be blurry as hell. It's not going to look immaculate. I didn't have any problem with it. Like I said, a lot of people have been drumming over that, and I think we just need to drop that, because if you start going over the little nitpicks, it's going to take away from the actual movie that you're actually meant to be watching. Now, the only CGI that I saw that was bad was, again, explainable. When Flash put the baby in the microwave, when he took the baby out of the microwave, I was like, oh shit, that's bad CGI. But come on, they're not going to put a real baby in a microwave. Like, that scene was pretty much going over the threshold as it is in movies. Like, Marvel would never do any scenes like that. DC, though, will keep it, you know what I mean, keep it down to reality. Now, the cameos in this movie, I want to say that I made a video 2 months ago saying that in my heart, I knew we were going to see Nicolas Cage's Superman, and man, son, did we see Nicolas Cage's Superman in all his might? Oh my God. Now, for those of you that don't know, and I believe Kevin Smith came out and said something about this, the original plot, I believe, was it Superman Forever or Superman Returns? Whichever. The name of the Superman that was going to be played by Nicolas Cage, he was basically meant to face off against Brainiac, from what I remember. And he was meant to go up against what we saw in the cameo, which he was meant to go up against like a Brainiac-controlled, spider, basically. But again, I don't care whether it was CGI, whether it was Nicolas Cage. Oh, man, it was sweet to see, and I was so glad. I was so glad that my gut feeling didn't get me wrong. Even though cameos in here, we got to see the 60s Batman, the black and white Superman, black and white Jay Garrick, or, well, pretty much the Jay Garrick from the Flash universe. We got to see Christopher Reeves' Superman, and Christopher Reeves' universe Supergirl. Really, really cool. Absolutely love that. We got to see George Clooney. George Clooney came back as Bruce Wayne. Oh my God. Now, I do want to touch on that alternate ending, because basically it wasn't meant to be George Clooney. It was meant to be Michael Keaton, that was meant to come back and meant to be the face. He was meant to take off from Batfleck, or Ben Affleck, basically. And he was going to be the face of the DCU if it had continued. Now, from this Flash film, we would have got the cancelled Batgirl film, where obviously you would have had Michael Keaton that would have been teaching a Batgirl the ropes. There would have been a Robin that would have been in that universe. So we pretty much would have had like an elderly Batman, or more experienced, wiser Batman, pretty much be the leader of the DCEU. Now, I would have loved that, and I'm still hoping and praying slightly on a granule that we will eventually get to see the cancelled Batgirl film. Probably never going to happen, but hey-ho, maybe it might happen. Now, moving us away from this, there was pretty much meant to be an alternate ending to this as well, where there was going to be Flash. We did get the scene, but it was a bit different, where we were meant to get Flash and Arthur pretty much talk about certain things. They were meant to have a bit more of a conversation, which was obviously going to lead us into the next movie, which is going to be Aquaman. But yeah, some of the alternate endings for this film, I mean, again, we got Gal Gadot return as Wonder Woman. We did get to see Henry Cavill's Superman on a news report, and he was solving something with a volcano. That was nice to see. Again, we're all hung up on Henry Cavill. He's pretty much my Superman. Obviously, Christopher Reeves is the GOAT, and obviously Michael Keaton is the GOAT standard for Batman. Probably second to him is probably Val Kilmer, in my opinion. Absolutely beautiful Bruce Wayne, beautiful Batman, caught the mood of the character, and that's my view on that. Now, moving us swiftly on from that, I would like to say the villain in this film is, it's very, very, it's there and then it's gone. But the reason why I do understand it is because obviously this is Barry. This is the young Barry. He doesn't understand. It's like somebody that's had powers and had experience and time building those powers. Whereas like one of us on the street got powers, we try and do everything we could. We'd bring our nan back, granddad back, whatever, and we'd probably mess with time. So obviously this is what it's basically trying to say, that listen, when you're playing with time travel, not everything is going to go the way it is. So please be careful when you mess with time travel. That's pretty much what I feel like the basis of this film is. As much as we would all like to go back and get relatives, like, time travel is a serious thing. One minuscule thing that you do can affect, like, we saw it in Spider-Verse. Spider-Man stopped that canon event from happening. Indian Spider-Man, his whole universe is about to be destroyed just because Miles wanted to do what he wanted to do and didn't want to listen to anybody. Now, moving us swiftly on from that, like I said, the Dark Flash, I liked it from what we saw. I did like it from what we saw. Again, this universe is meant to, like, this was meant to be the end of this universe. Again, Michael Keaton, brilliant. The scenes that we got to see, even when he's trying to hack the Russian base with a flip phone, like, it's amazing. Like, the technology that he's using from his period is amazing. Like, Gotham's clean, he retired, but secretly, obviously, he didn't want to retire. So this was good for him, and he wanted to get back out there. And do I feel like he was killed off? Yeah, I mean, it was justifiable. He literally said to the Flash, and it goes back to the last thing Batfleck said to the Flash. You know, when Flash said, "Yo, do you want to grab something to eat?" And he says, "Oh, maybe next time." And literally, that happened with Flash and Michael Keaton's Batman. He says, "Hey, I wish I could get you." And he says, "Ah, maybe next time. You already did save me." You know what I mean? That was heartfelt. If Michael Keaton was gonna go out, this was the way for the boy to go out. But I wasn't upset. This universe, shit went to hell. Supergirl got killed. The original, or Kal-El was intercepted. He got killed. Supergirl got killed. She had the Codex, which again, alternate universe, you can see why it would be that way, because obviously she was older and she was sent to look after Kal-El. Michael Keaton got killed, but he took out a Kryptonian doing so. Like, I will take that as a reward. Again, one of the Flashes got killed. Again, learning that you can't just go around the multiverse and do what you want and expect nothing to be, and, expect things not to be changed. Like, man, this film was amazing. Like, I literally can't see anything wrong with this film. The Flash was amazing. The cameos, the soundtrack, the set pieces, the nostalgia. Oh my God. I probably just rambled for like 10 minutes from what the counter says now, but I don't care. This movie was absolutely amazing. The plot of it, just Barry waking up one day and like, you know what? I've got these powers. I'm going to go and save my mum. Wrong. You can't just be doing that. And the fact that he learns, like, listen, maybe because obviously he speaks to Batfleck and Batfleck says, listen, if I didn't lose my parents, it probably wouldn't have made me who I was. So I work on that pain and I use it and I, help people and make sure it doesn't happen to people less fortunate than myself. So there's so many teachings in this movie. Like, I feel like the teachings, the multiverse, I feel like everything in this movie was just explained better and done better than Into the Spider-Verse, or sorry, Across the Spider-Verse. But hey, that's just my opinion. So yeah, I'm going to end this video, guys. Again, this is probably me just rambling, saying how much I like the film. But anyway, if you guys like the video, don't forget to smash the like button. If you did enjoy the video, let me know in the comments down below why you didn't like the video. Also, let me know which is your favourite part of this movie, because obviously the embargo's over now. We can talk about the movie, whatever. If you haven't seen it, this is going to be spoiled anyway. So, pretty much, again, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new and join Team Let's Catch a Vibe. Also, if you are new, please don't forget to switch on the bell notifications to get notified as soon as I upload. But, more importantly, don't forget to stay vibey, and I'll catch you in the Speed Force. Peace!